Ladies and gentlemen, we have a little bit of a problem. I have just hit critical levels with diamonds. We got 0 diamonds. I can't believe it. This is bad. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Funcraft. Having 0 diamonds is bad for many reasons, but one of the main thing is that this is Funcraft, and this pack has some insane recipes. For example, the industrial machine chassis, which requires ultimate ingots, which requires crystal tin ingots, which in terms requires per ingot 6 blocks of diamonds and 4 diamonds in the middle. Not to talk about the singularity we need to make this, which is 10,000 diamonds compressed in a quantum compression machine into a singularity. Now I have actually already started laying out the items we have for this mega recipe in this chest here. So we do have the outer layer and we do have the inner layer, but we're missing we're missing the expensive components. If we take a look at this, we're missing all the magic ore blocks, which we get from fighting subs, and we miss all the ultimate ingots and the 10,000 diamonds. So in reality, I've got the simple stuff sorted out. It doesn't feel good to put it down like this though, and sort of see how far along we've got. Now luckily I've got a plan for how we're going to tackle our diamond problem. The solution is coal, I think. So what you can do in Funcraft is you can compress coal into blocks of coal, and you can make something called hardened coal. Yes, hardened coal block, which is made with 8 blocks of coal surrounded by 1 coal in the middle. So how many coal is in a hardened coal block? 73. 73 blocks or 73 coal pieces in one of these. Now these you can take and blow up in a combustion chamber with 1600 heat units to get 1 diamond. So essentially, with a bit of power and a bit of infrastructure, we can take 73 pieces of coal and turn it into a diamond. Now just out of curiosity, I've added an auto recipe for hardened coal. Say that I would want 500 diamonds. That would be 36,000 coal. Oh, that's hilarious for 500 diamonds. Long story short, we may have a lot of coal. In fact, we have 49,897 coal, but that's still not even 1,000 diamonds. And we need to get to 10,000 diamonds essentially. So I think we should try and get more coal today. I think it's hilarious in vanilla you try and make other things instead of coal. For example, charcoal for burning things or bamboo or whatever. But I actually need the real coal. Now, we can make coal by taking charcoal and blow that up in a combustion chamber with 170 heat units and a bit of power. So we could do that. That would require us to get charcoal, which we could get from, a tree farm, right? We could set up a tree farm, smelt it down to charcoal. But I think there's a more fun way to get coal. What if we would make a wither skeleton farm? Wither skeletons drop coal in addition to bones and all the other things they drop. And that could be a really fun project. I did it on Hermitcraft and I want to do it in Funcraft. I want to create a mega epic with a skeleton farm of doom. But before we can get started with that, I'm gonna need a little bit of diamonds to get us going because I need diamonds for a few recipes. So I think it's time we run the diamond machine. And for those of you who haven't seen this, what I do is I take my subs that are subscribed to me on my Twitch channel. Every time someone subscribes, I get an Iskall egg, and the longer they subscribe, the more the egg grows. And the bigger the egg is, or the bigger the crystal is exposed, like FAA Freshes here, who's been subscribed to me for 32 months, the longer he will live in the diamond machine. So what I do is I take that and I combine it with my rock grinders. And then when I've done that, I put them in this chest, I believe. And I let them go into their chamber, and then we press this button. Yeah, look at that. Look at them mining. That is so funny. Okay, so they are mining, they're crushing down rocks, and essentially they get diamonds or dirty diamonds, which is then sent into here, into this machine to make diamonds. Nice. So now, yeah, you can see how the diamonds go up. It's a pretty slow process, to be honest. But they're doing it for me. So, that's a good thing. FAA Fresh is going at it with a very polished Iskall crystal. That's awesome. I see the diamonds coming in. I love that. So I need the diamonds to make a few of the materials that I need. And the first thing I want to craft up is a matter receiver. One of the teleporter things that will make it so that I can teleport to wherever we choose to build this wither skeleton farm. I also need a power cell so I can transfer power over there. And almost every recipe in Funcraft requires diamonds. So you can see the power cell require a diamond. I wonder if I can make the advanced power cell, because this can transfer power a little bit quicker. I just need dimensional shards, which we can mine in the nether, or we can craft, or we can take dirty dimensional shards that we apparently have and wash them up. Oh, we get dirty dimensional shards from the diamond machine. Did you see that? We're gonna try and wash these up in here. So if I put these in there, I get, yeah, dimensional shards. Now I do want to show you all something brand new that's come to Funcraft in version 1.2, and that is the Soul Essence bottle. This bottle contains my sub, so I take my sub and I combine it with the bottle, and I can then do this. And that now tick accelerates this block. Look at that! Did you guys see how quick that was? Now to be fair, it has a really cool thing happening on top of the block, so I'm gonna break the water pipe for a second so I can show that again. Let's put my dimensional shards in there. Now check this out. So this is the idiot kid. If I do that, his skin renders on top and runs on the machine to make it quicker. Now he does accelerate the machine for 10 seconds and it uses one of his subscription months or whatever when he does that. But that is just the coolest thing ever, running on top of the machine to make it quicker. The last thing I need is my builder, and that should hopefully be over here where I already had a power cell. That's hilarious. But I'm kind of going to need this power cell here to power this transmitter so that I can teleport back and forth to the perimeter. And I absolutely love this thing, by the way. Absolutely love this thing. We do have to move some of our farms and that sort of thing into this area though. But we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Now, for those of you who haven't got it yet, yeah, I'm making another perimeter. I'm making another perimeter, this time in the nether, in order to make a super efficient mega wither skeleton farm of doom. Now, first things first, we do have to find a nether fortress that we can use for this. And, I mean, in theory, I'm going to make a perimeter automatically anyway, so it doesn't really matter so much about the surroundings, because I'm going to dig that away. But I would like something with a bunch of crossings. And this is not too bad. That's 1 crossing, 2 crossings, and 3 crossings. You want to do a wither skeleton farm over crossings. What I'm going to do here in Funcraft is basically what you can do in vanilla, but I'm just going to use the modded tools to make it quicker. This is going to be a really fun project to do. And these are the 3 crossings that I've decided that we're going to use for our spawning platforms. And then, of course, we'll connect it up and we'll make a spawning platform there. So it will be one big one. But this is where the majority of the wither skeletons will be spawning, essentially. Now, what we got to do is dig out the perimeter. Kind of what I did on Hermitcraft, but instead of placing down 50,000 buttons, I am going to use my builder that's placed over there to dig it all out, just like we did with the perimeter. So first things first, I have to pump out away all the lava, and this time I'm using the clearing one because lava doesn't reform, so it should be fine. So shift right click on you to select it, and then I gotta select from there to over there and everything in between. And I'm not gonna do any exact measurements. I've already laid out a little bit of a thing here. 2 million blocks! That's 2 million blocks in that region! Okay, we're fine. Let's just try and start this and see if it clears out the lava at the bottom. I'm not sure. So to avoid all the lava, I'm gonna do exactly what I did last time. So a breaker and a placer, and then we'll place a few mechanical pipes in there. And that should void everything. We need to configure you to extract. That should void 16... Actually, these are the wrong pipes, I think. We want to use the best pipes we have here. Yeah, that should be fine. I got my fluid card in here. We do need to provide it with a little bit faster power. And hopefully I've thought about everything. I mean, we've done this exact thing before, so I should be good. Let's start this thing and see what happens. Yeah, it's definitely getting lava. And it doesn't look like it's voiding it quick enough. Oh my goodness. Where is it starting to dig, though, is the question. Now, with this setup, I'm voiding 48 buckets every iteration, and it's still nowhere near keeping up with this thing. This is so crazy. But essentially... Oh, yeah, look at that! Oh, that is looking really cool. It's doing something. And it looks like it's doing it deep, right? Yeah, it's definitely doing it deep enough there, I would say. Alright, so now all I gotta do is wait for this thing to clear out all the lava. That's probably going to take a few hours. An hour or so later, and it is completely done, or it has voided all of the lava in the area. As you can see, I added quite a few more of these. I think I had 9 in total. But, I mean, that still wasn't quick enough. Now, there is an issue related to chunk loading, I think, where lava hasn't disappeared here, but it's actually... There isn't any source block, but I have to go around and update it with blocks in case I want it done or completely gone, which I'm probably not going to bother with because mobs can't spawn in the lava anyway. So now, time to start the process number 2, which is probably going to take even longer than what this process took. I'm of course talking about digging everything out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take up my pump card and I want to copy these values over to the quarry card so I don't have to reselect everything. Now there is one thing that I found, and that is something called a void card, and it says this item will cause the builder to void all blocks in the configured space. So instead of digging them up, they would void it. Now I'm curious because I don't really want to keep all, well, I do want to keep all the nether resources like the Tiberium and stuff. But if this thing does it like instantly, I'd rather do this thing. So I'm gonna try it out because I've never seen it before. That looks to be the same. Okay, so let's try the void thing. And by theory, I wouldn't need anything on top of it. Now, is this gonna do it instantly? Because if not, I'd rather use the shape card and save the resources. It's definitely not doing it instantly. Oh, that is really cool. There's gonna be a pool of lava in the bottom. Now, because of this, I don't have to worry about transfer speed, so I guess I could tick accelerate this draconic cube. Go for it. Look at how quickly that is. Oh, that is insane. That is insane. Okay, one more time. That is insanely quick. But yeah, it is annoying that the lava didn't disappear fully. It would have been much nicer if it would have been like just lava layers on the outside. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Ooh, I fell down. I fell down. This is just this is why I love modded. Have I said that before? This is why I love modded. Look at this. 2 minutes. 2 minutes it took to get all of this gone after the lava was gone. It was so quick. I did notice that I had put it too high up, so I had to rerun it at the lower layer. But I mean, look at this. Look at this perimeter, and hopefully this is big enough. It feels kind of small. So this is the very center of the perimeter. Before I dug everything away this time, I actually marked out with waypoints from journey map the different crossings. So that's one crossing, that's one, and that's one. So what I'm going to do now is add a layer, and I'm trying to remember from my brain, from my memory, I'm trying to remember exactly what the spawning rules are for these crossings, because I know that there are different layers. Like I know that you can spawn wither skeletons on layers below and layers above. So that is our 3 crossings all laid out. Now I'm pretty sure, but again, I may be completely misremembering this, but I'm pretty sure that you can go 1 layer above this, and I wonder if my builders one can do all of this if I take away these torches. So what I mean is, I think the highest area the wither skeletons can spawn in is this Y level here, so 1 level above the crossing, I think. So I got a platform laid down on the 2 first crossings, and we should get, yeah, we should get quickly wither skeletons and other spawns. So far just 1 group of blazes. Oh, I did get wither skeletons. I did get wither skeletons to spawn. Okay, so that confirms that they can spawn on this layer here and on the marble blocks. Nice. That got me a little bit worried there for a while. I think it's going to be overkill to use all 3 crossings. So at the moment, I've built platforms to use 2 of them. And I'm realizing more and more how small this perimeter is. I feel like I must have measured it very, very, very wrongly. Because, like, yeah, there are mobs spawning everywhere where there shouldn't be spawning. So next step is to build a box around this or some kind of wall. And then we got to take care of where we drop the mobs down, etc. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to surround this with sooty marble. Because it's suiting, okay? Talk about Funcraft. And I think we'll then go with some kind of glass on the outer edges here so that the mobs can't fall off. I just realized that I do have a jetpack, which is really bad traveling around with because it's really slow, but it's very good when building something like this because it lets me hover midair. It does strain some hydrogen though, but we should be fine. But look at this. That is pretty mega, is it not? I think that looks really, really cool. So the idea is to send the mobs down in this 4x4 essentially, because we need to care for the spiders that spawn in the nether and the magma cubes, and they are, I believe, 3x3. To make the center, I made it 4. So I'm not entirely sure how I want this to be, but maybe we go out like that. It's so very dark, it's hard to see the amount of blocks, but maybe we go out like that and then down. Despite this thing starting to look like an elephant with the mob tube, I think I'm making some good progress here. And I'm gonna use this wither ash from Quark to block mob spawns. I think this basically works like carpets. I think you can even place a block above it and nothing can spawn here either. But hopefully nothing can spawn on top of that block as well. We'll see with that though. Now what we're gonna do is channel the mobs into that tube. And to do that, we're gonna use a modded utility called vector plates. And I got the fast ones. There are extremely fast ones as well, but I can't afford them at the moment. And if I just place these down like this, they are basically like conveyor belts, but mobs can spawn on them. So you can see they will move an entity and move them pretty quickly as well. So I'm just going to fill the floor on all layers with these. That is looking pretty funny, isn't it? But the first layer is down and yeah, wherever I spawn in there, I would be taken down here. I wonder if I just stand down here. Why is there a spider there, by the way? What are you... Where do you come from? Disgusting things. If I just stand in here, or down here, in theory I should get spawns. That was a little bit hard to do, but I have now placed all of the vector plates in the different levels of this thing. And I should now really be able to get spawns quite quickly. But it's not happening, so I'm really, really worried that I've completely mismeasured this perimeter. And that it's way too, way too small. But let's head back in here. And if I just come down here, I mean, okay, we did get a spider, so that's good. But is that it? Now this thing is definitely working, but it is mega slow. And I do see, or I have seen some mobs around. And I mean, yeah, if you have a perimeter and you block all other spawns, this thing should in theory be very quick. And it isn't. So can I see? Nope, I can't. I got a little bit of a plan for what we can try out here. So we're gonna head back to the base real quick. There's something we need to craft up. And that is mega torches. I've crafted up 17 of these. And I'm gonna try and place these around the perimeter, because these should, in theory, block mob spawns in like a 4-chunk radius around them. But I can never figure out the exact area, and I think it's way cooler with a perimeter, so we still want a perimeter. We're just gonna see if this can help us out. Oh, take a look at that! Take a look at that! I got one big spawn coming in. I'm not gonna lie, this thing is a big disappointment so far. The mega torches, when I place them all around, also block the spawns in the middle. So that tells me that there's definitely... Oh, I hate these bats. There's definitely a distance. This perimeter is definitely not big enough. So I'm just going to move them back just a little bit. Oh, that is now starting to look like a mob farm. That makes me happy. I was almost ready to give this project up, because I was thinking that something is ruining the spawns. But I guess what I did was I dug this perimeter out way too small. Way too small. This is so much chaos down here. These boss mobs makes this really dangerous. What the heck is going on? Oh, there are so many blazes. But I call this great success. I have no idea how I'm gonna do this. Luckily I got soulbound on my elytra, so I can fly, but yeah, once these blazes, that boss blaze start, he sucks me in. These bosses are so tough. Okay. This is disaster. This is disaster. I was struck by lightning. Come on, most mobs. I should really be using my pyroclast pendant that I made a long time ago. That makes it so that I should be immune to fire, which hopefully will help. And then what else do I have in my backup thing? I wish I had my laser, but I think that's on. Oh no, I do have my laser. Okay. So, do I have my battery in here? I don't. Luckily, I do have a backup battery. It's not the biggest one, but that should charge the laser hopefully long enough to be able to just slay these enemies, because this laser, Super Laser of Doom, is incredibly OP. That being said though, new mobs will spawn in, I guess, but I don't think the bosses despawn. So I think that guy is still a boss. Did that kill him? Yeah, that killed that boss. Okay, nice. Well, I did say I wanted to make a mega mob farm. I guess this is success. Look at all this loot. Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, you're dead. Can I please get my stuff? Yes. Okay, I got my stuff. I wonder if anything is going to be burnt here, because I have a magnet, right? Yeah, look at all the stuff following me. I may have lost some things there. Okay, I think I've recovered. That was insane. And this thing, I should have in hindsight done the mob killing first. Oh no, what is happening now? Ugh, stupid bosses. Oh, this please let me out. I'm just gonna teleport away. Whew. Okay, so conclusion, we've done it. The mob farm is mega. I should have thought about making a killing chamber first, and I think what I should do now is fly in here. Oh, look at the spawns though. I kind of wanted to see that properly, but I should fly in here, put a mega torch down, and that should block all the mob spawns. Now I'm really happy that the mega torches on the side actually fixed the rates of this, because I was getting pretty worried. I'm not gonna lie, I was getting pretty worried. And if you have a look over there, we definitely have another place for a mega torch here, I guess. Look at all these mobs. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm out of here. That's crazy. Oh, but once they despawn, they shouldn't be able to spawn there again. Oh, look at how much damage I took there from something. Anyway, long story short, the farm is definitely going to work. The rates are going to be insane and mega. And we still have to do the collection area. We still have to do the killing of the mobs, which I have some really fun modded ideas of how to do. We're going to use lasers. I'm not gonna hide it. We're going to use lasers. It's going to be absolutely insane. But anyway, that's going to do for today. I really do hope that you've enjoyed this video. Now, I'm using vanilla techniques to spawn these wither skeletons in. The modded features, of course, is the vector plates that moves them across instead of using flying machines. But apart from that, this is like 1.12 vanilla mechanics for spawning wither skeletons, which is hilarious. But anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do hit the like button, and if you're brand new, consider subscribing, and I will see you dudes in the next episode.